And so you might begin to wonder, not with the mind that seeks answers, but with the mind that absorbs change like soil drinks rain. Because right now, you're not learning resilience, you're remembering it. You've always had this inside. It's just been waiting, like a seed beneath winter. Not dead, just gathering strength. And maybe now, in this moment, it starts to sprout. Because there's a part of you, a deeper part. The you behind your name. That knows how to bend without breaking. How to adapt without losing. How to rise, even when the world shakes. Let me tell you a story. A tree once stood at the edge of a cliff. Storms battered it. Winds howled. The earth beneath it shifted. But it didn't fall. Why? Not because it was rigid, but because it was flexible. It danced with the wind. Yielded, shifted, adapted. Just like you. And that tree, its roots grew deeper with each storm. It got stronger, not in spite of hardship, but because of it. That's how growth works, isn't it? It requires resistance. Muscles need weight. Diamonds need pressure. You need challenge to awaken the strength that you forgot you had. So now what if every setback was not a sign of failure, but a signal? A message from your deeper self whispering, this is the moment. You become more. You see, problems aren't blocks, they're bridges. What looks like chaos is often just reorganization. What looks like collapse is often just remodeling. You already know this. You've already lived this. You've fallen and stood back up. You've faced fear and moved forward anyway. You've adapted again and again and again. That's what resilience is. Not avoiding the fall, but bouncing higher each time. So let's build it in, shall we? Imagine for a moment you carry a toolkit inside. You always have. But now the lid opens wide. Imagine you find a mirror that shows you your strength. A lens that reframes every failure as fuel. A compass that orients you towards purpose. And a lever labelled state control. Because your emotions, they're not in charge, you are. Because your body is not just a vessel, it's a control panel. And your breath is the key. So right now, unconsciously, you may begin to install a new pattern. One where breath brings calm. Posture brings power. And the thoughts you choose, they build the world you live in. I can adapt. I bounce back. Every setback builds me. I've done hard things before. This is just another rung. I'm the author of my response. And maybe, just maybe, you remember someone who made it through. A friend, a stranger, a version of you long ago. They fell, yes, but they rose. And when they rose, they were more focused, more compassionate, more themselves. Because pain doesn't break people, it reshapes them. Like fire shapes steel, like wind shapes mountains. And you know, don't you, that flexibility is power. That bending is not weakness, it's wisdom. The resilience is not denial, it's dynamic rebirth. So now as you listen, as your unconscious filters, as your neurology rewires itself to this new rhythm, you begin to embody the new identity. You're a resilient individual, a solution seeker, a master of emotional state, a leader of your mind, a builder of your world. Because beliefs, they're not fruits, they're permissions. And now you grant yourself this one. I permit myself to grow stronger from everything. And from now on, every challenge becomes a training ground. Every trigger becomes a teaching. Every failure becomes fuel. Because reality doesn't control you. You interpret it. You shape it. You decide what it means. What it means is power. What it means is practice. What it means is progress. So now the part of you, once scattered, is aligning. And the old outdated software, the self-doubt, the hesitation, the fear, it's uninstalled, quietly, automatically, replaced with upgraded code. Resilience 2.0, fully integrated, running beneath your thoughts, behind your eyes, inside your breath. A system that says, I choose meaning. I'm bigger than this moment. I grow when I'm challenged. My response is mine. I create the energy I carry. I'm becoming who I was always meant to be. And just imagine what happens now when obstacles arise. Your mind smiles, your spine straightens, your breath deepens. And some part of you, the calm, wise, ancient part, whispers, a chance to expand. Because you're no longer asking, why is this happening to me? You're asking, what strength is here to awaken? And so it does. And so do you. Because resilience, it isn't something you do, it's who you are. And that identity, like a fire inside, now burns steady, strong, silent, certain. And from here on out, you bounce back faster, you reframe quicker, you stay centered longer, you lead yourself always. And those who meet you, they feel it, they mirror it, they rise with it. Because this belief system, this operating system, is contagious. So the world changes as you do. You are the frame, you're the fire, you're the force. And this is the beginning of everything.